You choose to focus on the things that have not been done. How about the things that have been done? They promised free SHS. They have started implementing it.
The free SHS, I think most parents were hoping that all three cohorts, SS1, SS2, SS3, would have benefited from it. But after they looked at the cost, which they didn't want to look at earlier, when President Akufo-Addo was asked by a BBC interviewer how much it will cost before the elections, he said, well, I can't tell you. I have to go back to Ghana and tell people there. But in Ghana, he couldn't tell us either. In any case, they won the election. They've now discovered this is going to be far more expensive than we imagined. So we can only do the first year. So if you have you're a mother or a father with 3 children in year 1, year 2, year 3, you got upset and angry.
They came out with a plan. They said they're starting with the first year, and in subsequent years, they were going to spread it to all the other years. So
we are waiting on them. And I'm saying that first year when they started, within the first half of the term, and maybe towards the end of the whole term, the schools had only received 20% of the budget that had been expected.
As things stand now, we've not heard the schools complain that monies have not been. As things stand now,
headmasters being suspended for apparently having a different view
that was at the time. And of course,
there's intimidation going on.
Of course, the ministry also came out to suggest that the ministry came out to suggest that the people were not being suspended or being transferred because of that particular comment they may have passed. I do not know what really happened.
That's what they will say. I mean, if you give a Beza or a matron in a school 1 cedi, 10 pesos for breakfast, 1 cedi, 10 pesos for lunch, 1 cedi, 10 pesos for dinner, for a growing child between the ages of 14 and 18. I don't know how much you feed, if you have children, how much you feed them, but children in that age, they eat quite a bit. That 3 cedi, 30 pesos per child, per student is abysmally low. So parents who could afford to pay their children's school fees, let's remember in Ghana here, there are parents who take their children to some of the well-known, fancy, so-called international type schools where they pay 2, 3, 4, 5,000 cedis or dollars a term or a year. And such parents can easily pay 1,000, 2,000 cedis for their children's school fees in secondary school. But if you prevent them from paying fees for their own children, then they get frustrated. So they drive all the way to the schools. Some of them are in Cape Coast, some are in Akwetia, some of them in Kumasi to visit their children. And they find the children having difficulties. For the first time, we had children or students piled up in dormitories. Some were having all kinds of diseases. Some died in some schools in Kumasi. And the view from the medical fraternity...
Did they die from hunger?
Well, they died from a number of diseases that apparently were linked to the overcrowding of dormitories.
So there was congestion?
There was congestion because everybody is coming in.
So they didn't think it through properly?
You know, so there are a lot of wonderful ideas anybody can have.